Okay, our topic for today is circles and constructions with ruler and compass. We have several terms that we're going to talk about, but first I want to talk about some tools that we use. Now you know that we've used a protractor before. Today I'm just going to use the straight edge as my ruler. As a ruler is typically a straight edge, obviously they're often gradiated with inches or centimeters or whatever. This one is not. I'm just concerned about the straight edge today. And this, that you've probably seen, is a compass. It's used for drawing circles and arcs and so on. So we're actually going to start by drawing a circle today. We're going to start with a point in the middle. And the point in the middle of our circle is called the center. That's the word that we use to describe that. When we're drawing a circle, we use this point on the center, and then our circle is drawn using the pen. So we're just going to go around like this. And mine didn't quite work exactly like I'd intended, but that's a circle basically. And that's what we use a compass for, or sometimes called a pair of compasses. Here again is our center. That's the middle of the circle. Another important part of a circle is the radius. And the radius starts in the center and goes out to the edge. That is a radius. A chord is any line segment that starts on one side of the circle and goes across to another side. So for example, we might start here and draw ourselves a line over here, and that would be what we call a chord. Now there's a special kind of chord, one particular kind of chord, and that is a chord that goes through the center of the circle. So if it is a chord that goes through the center of the circle, that is a special name, and we call that a diameter. Then a piece of the circle, an actual piece of the line that is the circle, is called an arc. So for example, if we took this piece right here of the circle, it's just part of the curved part of the circle, we call that an arc. And a sector of a circle is bounded by two of the radii, plural of radius is radii, and an arc. So if we took this radius from here to the center, and this radius from here to the center, and this arc here, and filled this all in, this would be called a sector. Now there's this term, bisect, think of it as the two parts of the word. Bi means two, sect, like section, is to cut. So bisect is to cut into two equal pieces in fact. And then the term tangent refers to a line that touches a circle in just one point. So rather than cutting across the circle in 2 points like this, a tangent only touches, say, in 1 point like this. That is called a tangent. And one of the important things about a tangent is that if you draw a line from that single point of intersection out to the diameter, out to the center of the circle, then we always get a right angle right there. Now, these are the parts of the circle that we're interested in, but what we're also talking about today is constructions. Construction, in other words, like building or creating something. So I'm going to erase my circle for now, and there are quite a few different things that we can actually draw using a variety of different tools. We're going to start with some of the things that we can do with a compass. And one thing that we can do in particular, let's say that we started with an angle. So let's say I have an angle, and I'm going to make that angle from here, and then over to here. And what I'm interested in here is I want to cut this angle in half. Now with a protractor, theoretically, I could measure the angle, figure out half and measure it. But what we're talking about today in particular is constructions that use just a compass and a ruler. So the first one we're going to talk about is bisecting. This is one of the simplest constructions. It's where we take this angle and cut it exactly in two. Now, the way we do that is we start with by putting the pointed part, or in my case the blue tagged part, of our compass right on that, on the vertex of my angle. And I bring my compass down enough that I can draw an arc across my angle like that. And then I'm going to collapse my compass a little bit. You wouldn't have to do that. I'm going to collapse it just a little bit. And we're going to then first, we're going to put the point on this intersection, and we're going to draw a line, an arc rather, out here. And then on this intersection, we're going to draw another arc here. And as you see, those two arcs need to cross. And then if I take my straight edge or my ruler, and I connect my vertex, which is here, with that intersection of those two arcs, what I end up with is a line that bifurcates my original angle. If you were to measure this with a protractor, which we can do, we'd see that that angle is about 25 degrees, and this angle is also about 25 degrees. So that is circles and constructions with ruler and compass. Before I go, though, I can tell you there are a lot of different other constructions that we can do with just a compass and a straight edge, but we'll leave those to explore at another time.